A very good day to all of my Toastmaster friends who are competing in the International Speech Contest this year. 2015 is going to be a big year for you. The World Championship of Public Speaking is going to be happening in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm sure all of you are looking forward to step onto that final stage. Now that's what this segment of Ask Dananjaya is going to be all about. Tons of questions came pouring in and I had a really tough time sorting out each and every question. So what I have actually done is I have segmented these questions into 7 generic questions that you want answers to. And throughout this series, I will be taking each of these 7 questions and giving you the answer that will help you take your speaking game to the next level. All right, let's start with the first question. A lot of you asked me, Dan, what type of a speech would win the World Championship of Public Speaking? Some of you asked me the same question in a different way. What can I speak about at a speech contest? Now, though this seems like a very trivial question, it's probably one of the most important questions that you will have to ask yourself. Personally, for me, when I pick a topic, I always make sure that there is a self-interest to the audience. Some of us make the mistake of speaking about a topic that is interesting to us. What's interesting to us might not necessarily be interesting to the audience. So, a rule of thumb, when you are picking a topic, remember to pick a topic that you feel your audience will be interested in. Now, depending on where you come from, which district you come from, the type of audience that will be listening to you might change. Some districts have 2 countries together, some districts may have 3 countries together. So as you progress from your club, area, division, and once you come to district, sometimes your audience profile can change. So there has to be a critical reflection, an internal examination of asking yourself whether my topic would be interesting to the audience. Now remember the key word, self-interest. Is my speech topic interesting to the audience? Can the audience take something out of my speech? Now that's the first tip that I can leave with you when you are picking a speech topic. Now, my second rule of thumb when choosing a speech topic is it has to be something you're passionate about. Now, there are 2 ways that you can decide on what you want to speak about. Number 1, you could look outside. Number 2, you can look inside. Now, something that I do is I ask myself, what am I passionate about at this moment? Right now, right here. It could be something that you are going through in your life right now. It can be a passion, it can be even a problem that you're going through right now. Sometimes speaking about an event, speaking about an incident, or speaking about just what you're feeling right now can allow you to bring so much more emotion into your speech. Whenever I'm asked to deliver a keynote or a speech, I ask myself, what am I going through right now? What am I passionate about right now? What is a problem that I'm facing right now? What is a challenge that I'm facing right now? It could be a challenge, a problem, a passion. It can be even an adventure or a quest. I always pick something that I have a deep emotion, a deep connection as of this moment. So when I get on stage, I'm speaking about something that I have an emotional connection to. And this is something that you can try out. So when you're picking out your division speech topic or your district speech topic, ask yourself, at this moment in your life, what are you going through? And try to talk about that specific challenge, problem, quest, adventure, or passion that you're having right now, and try to convert that into a message. That's my second rule of thumb. Now, here you go. My last rule of thumb when it comes to picking topics and titles. When I started my Toastmastering career, I used to talk about complicated subjects and topics. Sometimes it's better to keep it simple. One of the biggest challenges for a public speaker is to pick simple topics and make them inspirational. Now, why do you have to make it simple? Why do you have to pick a topic that is not complicated? It's very simple. It's easier for the audience to understand. Some of the best speeches in the world talk about very simple day-to-day topics that you and I have heard before, but somehow the speaker manages to put a spin on it that makes it novel, innovative, and interesting. So remember, when you are looking at what you want to talk about, try to make it as simple as possible. Try to make it as less complicated as possible so that it's easier for the audience to understand. So let's take a small recap on how you could pick a title. Number one, make sure that your title is simple and not complicated. Number two, make sure that you talk about something you have a deep emotion or a deep connection towards. Now, this can be a problem, it can be a challenge you're facing right now, it can be something you're going through in your life as of this moment. And finally, pick a topic that is interesting to the audience and something that has their self-interest at heart. This is Dananjaya Hettiarachchi, the world champion of public speaking, signing out, and I'll be answering your questions again in my next segment.